Hello and welcome to another episode of the Electric Norwegian. I'm Mats. Today we ran the BMW ix3. This, as you can see here, might just turn out to be the last properly designed BMW for a while, at least when it comes to a nose job. It still looks relatively, well, elegant, if an SUV can ever become that. It is after all the ix3 that someone tossed the engine out of and replaced with an electric motor and a battery pack. So it's not the most exciting car in the world, but it's not meant to be. It is a BMW that runs on electrons. That's basically its merit in life. I've been, I must say, a big thank you to Surland Bil in Moss lending me this car for such a long time. I've been having it now since yesterday, and I've been using it a lot because, well, even though in the beginning it might disappoint you and you might think, oh my word, this is a Beamer. I'm sorry, but it's raining. And it might strike you as this is a wee bit boring. And it is boring. You're absolutely right. If you've been in a Beamer for the last 15 years, you'll see it changed absolutely nothing at all. Nothing. Except for the instrumentation. We'll get to the instrumentation. But as a car, it's very good indeed. It's a place to be. Of course, it's not the biggest car in the world. We'll get to that too. iDrive controller, menu. You have your buttons here for map, media. Once you get to know it, this works very well indeed. I must say, it really does. And you have your Apple CarPlay.
It brings in the 1980s.
Now, it really is nice. This also works as a touchscreen. Of course, if it's a touchscreen, you anchor yourself to the screen, then you feel how nasty it feels. Also this. People complain on Tesla for materials, but I don't know. I'm not impressed by this. It's a small car, it feels very cramped in here. So I'm not impressed at all. All this space here is taken up with a gear lever and a media controller. That means that my cup holders, instead of being here, which is a good place to keep your cups, because it is natural, you rest your hand here, to go all the way in front. And then you have this is in the way. And this is in the way. And I mean, I love BMW and I understand why they're being so popular. But this feels a little bit dated now. In a world of less buttons and more touchscreens and more, I don't know, user-friendly. Because this is user-friendly once you get to know it. And if you're a BMW person, you know all this already, so it's a natural thing for you to do that. But having driven all sorts of cars, I must say the Ford was a more pleasant and lighter experience, and you had more space around you, and it felt more fresh is the right word. But there's nothing wrong with this car. This is a Charge Plus or whatever I called it. It's a car for around 600,000. There's a lot of extras on it. And they have the piano gloss black, which everybody detests and hates. I don't know why the car industry does it, but they do. But the seats though, the seats are fantastic. They're comfortable. They give you the right support where you need it. And I must say that this really is a very nice place to be. There's some noise in here. Some tire noise and a bit of wind noise. And it's raining now on top of it. But it's about the same amount of cabin noise in 50 kilometers and 150 kilometers. And the turning circle, as you can see here, is, well, brilliant actually. There's no word for it. This is a purely rear-wheel driven car, mind you. The motors and the back axle will not come as a four-wheel drive either. It's 400 Newton meters and 320 horses, which is, you know, it is enough really. There's enough. There's enough shove in this car. You don't really need any more than that. It is actually a little bit longer than the Ford. But it doesn't feel it in here. It feels cramped and small and you know, you don't really get the impression of space that you do in other cars. That's probably because this is not an optimized product. In the front of this big bonnet there's supposed to be a motor, an engine. And what is now there is only plastic, so there's no frunk either, and that's not wasted. So it's just all that wasted space. And instead of cramped together this cabin, which means if I sit behind myself, I barely fit. If you look at the Ford, which you get for the same price range, I fit perfectly. This is one of the better charge screens I've seen out there. It gives you when it's down, and it's power and the range. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, it's a decent enough system. You have your air, sensor charged, your range, your averages, traffic situation, your news and the weather. But for instance, if I go back to settings, here you have to go in here to adjust your region, which is a little bit strange. Tri-zone climate control, because it has an independent climate control in the back seats. If you have very long-legged teenagers, or you travel a lot with adults in the car, big adults, then this is not the car for you. If you don't do that, then go ahead, because it's you know, the back seats are decent enough. Got cup holders and power outlets and everything you want. And you have this panel roof, which you can open if you want to, after all. How high can you go? 85? And now we're talking. We really are talking. Yeah, over 100. Well, look at that. I'm impressed now. Now I get some value for my money as well. And it has a battery temp gauge. It never moves, it's just stationary, but it's there, so that's something. Oh, my word. Look at that, 130 to around 25%. Still going. This is a 150 kilowatts charger, by the way. I want to get it topping out soon. No, it's falling actually. But you know, it's decent. It's decent. And you see, this is just a probably face tracking thing, better integrated than in the Ford, which had this thing up here. You see what I mean? This part here is just wasted space. I don't need that. This part is definitely wasted because your speed readout is here. I don't need this. This could be put maybe here or something. You know, this could have been redesigned entirely, and you can't really change it either. As you can see, it's very static. That though is pretty good, relatively exact, as a matter of fact, unlike very many others. Because it can't do magic, it cannot foresee what I will do and how I will drive, but for what it is, it does a good job. We had the values here of since start and all of that. 25.2. It's not really that bad average, I must say. I mean, considering what this is, it's it's not a Kia Niro after all. Like I've been saying, it's a Beamer. It's a really nice place to be, though. And it's a place to sit and spend time. It really, really is nice once you get into it. So if you like that, if you like your Beamer, and you can go sideways in it if you want to, unlike almost anything else because of the electronic overloads. It's a good car. It charges pretty quickly as well, as we've just seen. And this is on a cold day. I haven't prepared anything. I just plugged it in, just drove. So I think I'll end there, everybody. Thanks to Sulan Bil for lending me the car. It's been an experience. And yeah, gone from very slightly bland, negative in yesterday. Cramped, small, narrow, didn't really see out of it very well. A bit wobbly, to be a really pleasant place to be. Does it have the best infotainment system in the world? Maybe. Not my style, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll just enjoy it some more. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.